Oh, like live and in person?
Live and in person. From where?
SEMA 2023.
Hey, shit.
Liam's looking at that Chevrolet. Look at that. It's a little bit of rot, a little bit of classic, a little bit of hot rod, all wrapped into one.
Little patina. But look at the mill. It's this. So what kind of ejection system? What is that?
It's a Holly EFI.
Yeah.
On
The whole thing smells like ether.
some form of LS. Does it smell like ether? It does smell like ether.
It, right? Kind of like running off alcohol.
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm into the weird, unique stuff, and he definitely has a cage and some other goodies in it. He has drift brakes.
He's got drift brakes.
He has a drift brake.
Nice.
Oh, hydro brakes?
Oh. Yep, hydro. Handbrake.
I like it.
So check out the detail in the bed.
Oh, I like it. Is that me ringing?
The bed. Badass fucking bill.
It's not me.
Your ammo box in front.
I really like it.
Yeah. And look at the detail in the bed rails here. The belt line. You got just spangle iron welded all the way around.
Well, and it's been used, so there's been heavy things in here that have hit the front. Can see the bend?
It's heavy too. Heavier than a standard bed.
Man.
Because even that angle iron has a bend to it.
It's not ether.
You check on
It's not ether.
What are we smelling?
Boiled linseed oil.
Do what?
Boiled linseed oil.
Really? Just smell like
That's what they coated the...
Yeah, the patina.
Yep. Like it's airfoil in the back.
Yep. I like it.
And the directional.
All right, instead of spending all day looking at this badass thing, let's move on.
Yeah. Love the bumper patina.
So we're actually getting ready to do one of these at home. So back in the home shop, we're taking one of these, but we're putting a Hellcat Red Eye in it.
Why?
Because that's what he wants. And so he wants a Hellcat Red Eye, and he wants anywhere from a 33 to a 35, but he doesn't want it lifted. He wants me to do some body work to make him fit. So he wants it to kind of look like a early 80s rally Porsche with, the little wide body flares.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wants it brandy wine.
Like a safari vehicle?
Nope. It'll never ever go off-road.
That's Rick Payway.
Rick Payway?
Give him a bad time, Greg.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on speakerphone.
Where are you?
Hello, how can we help you?
Yeah, exactly. Are you Greg? Is this Greg?
This is Greg and Liam and Chris.
At your booth?
No, we're just outside in the parking lot of the West Hall, kind of walking around looking at some of the amazing builds outside on camera.
So, Rick, you're still on camera, and while you were having your Hall of Fame lunch with all the hoity-toity people, we're out here working.
Yep. Well, I'm inside the West Hall, so I'm going to go back outside the West Hall, turn right to where all the vehicles are, and find you.
Yeah, cool. We'll see you when you get here.
On we go.
Bye.
So I drove this Defender. I drove one of these in Cambodia for a couple of weeks.
I like this one.
Actually really loved it. It was great. It was actually it wasn't a 110. It was actually a 130 with a tray back like this one.
Okay. I really like this. So, and being a Jeep guy, I'm just a car guy, but I do a lot of Jeeps, but I love these. They're beautiful. They did a great job.
Have you seen the new Grenadier?
No.
I just drove one in Morocco a couple weeks ago. Well,
one day I aspire to be like Chris, where I get to go places and do things.
I'm not going to say it looked like a Defender, but if I looked at it from any angle at any distance, I'm like, oh, that's a Defender. But it has a different grill.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, it was beautiful to drive. Solid,
nice.
Predictable. Had plenty of power to 3.0 liter
Oh.
diesel.
This is definitely qualifies as a Quake LED freak show build.
Yep.
Because it's on tracks and it's a 35 Chevy pickup. Did you see the 33 Chevy pickup I did and drove here?
I did not.
The Rat Rod?
No, I don't remember that.
No.
Wait, yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Mine was a 33, so almost the exact same thing, except I had to cut the whole bottom 8 inches off. And I definitely didn't do tracks across the country.
But you live in the snow country. Would that help?
Probably.
I live in the Northern Sierra. I think this is badass.
Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool.
I can imagine on the big days when the highways are closed.
Oh, we're like in the whole Quake lineup here. I wonder if Kelly's hanging out.
They do.
I don't see a Kelly yet.
Big in this cable. Plexiglass. So I'll contact these guys and see if we can borrow it. Just for like some good stuff.
I know the owner. He might let us take it. So I gotta say, you don't get to see stuff like this on a daily basis unless you're where?
SEMA.
SEMA.
The SEMA show.
Yeah.
I'm looking across here.
Oh, what's that one?
VW.
Oh, we got to check out the bug.
It was a bug.
That
And
definitely
now it's
was a
like,
bug.
This is Freakshow stuff. This is so cool.
So Quake LED a couple years ago started this Freakshow builds. And with the Freakshow builds, they do stuff that's a little different, a little unique, a little wild. They use them, they drive them, they have fun with them, but you know, it's kind of poking the bear. You know, how crazy can we get? So what was it, last year they had the Chia Pet Bronco?
They did.
And this is amazing.
Check out these radiator straps.
I know, I like them. Did you see the Gremlin they did?
Yes.
They had the red Gremlin on tracks.
Yeah, the tracks. The same tracks.
There's probably the same tracks.
So,
Oh, look at the trans
little
tunnel.
known fact, Chris Collard used to have a VW Bug, like a 71 German model. with a
So
seat.
little known fact, Greg Henderson was brought home from the hospital in a 71 Bug, and he still owns it.
And you still love it.
Yeah, it's a convertible. Carmen,
Love that thing.
look at the trans
Baja
tunnel.
Bug out of it.
You got to see the trans tunnel. Come in and zoom in on that trans tunnel. Freak show, and
Perfect for Halloween.
so for the splatter shield, they used Lexan.
I'm digging.
This is cool. Yeah. Yes, sir. What? Go back?
Go look at the back.
Go look at the back.
Look at the back.
I'm looking at the back.
If we can find that VW motor.
I think that the big V8 in the front fixed the VW motor in the back. Is that a 14 bolt?
Got the kegerator.
Or is that a Dana 80? That's a Dana 80. Isn't it?
80, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Dually.
How many wheel spacers do you think they shoved on there?
Some of these things you just don't want to ask the question.
Yeah.
Right?
Outcast Customs. My guess is that Outcast Customs, and it's just a guess, is who built this.
Let's see. VW Bug.
It's a Freakenstein.
Stein.
Stein. Custom.
Oh, wait. We're completely off. E450 dually.
E450 dually.
Yes.
Huh.
Greg,
Yes, sir.
is that what's under your kilt?
Oh.
The spring.
That's a wiener.
Oh, look at the Carmen Ghia. I didn't even see it. I didn't even know it was there because this caught my attention.
These guys have a heck of a lineup.
Man, they're going crazy. I wonder what's powering this beast. Or is it still a V-dub?
They're not at display.
SEMA 2023. Guillotine. Custom metal springs. We don't have engine.
Any motors.
It might be the original motor.
Maybe it has no motor.
I doubt it. If I know Kelly, it runs.
So I had a buddy of mine bought a Carmen Ghia for $25.
When's the last time you saw one of those? That wagon?
Stingray with a wagon. I don't think I've ever seen one.
There was very, very, very few of them made.
It was a kit?
I don't
Had
think
to
it
be
was a
kit.
kit.
No.
It was a sport wagon.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
In 1969?
Sport wagon. There weren't many of them.
Well, you got me on that one, Greg.
So let's see.
Crazy.
69 Greenwood Corvette sport wagon. And I think
right.
that they were original equipment. I might be wrong.
I had no idea.
I've seen
even
one.
As a kid, I was young. I was 6. But
Oh,
even as a kid,
in 69 you were 6?
Yes.
That was how many years before I was born?
I know.
But the
But
cool
as
part.
I grew up in the 70s. I was like, man, the Corvette Stingray was the coolest car ever.
Oh yeah.
made.
So as a kid in Howell, Michigan, there was a car show, and I want to say I was in my teens, and my dad brought me over to one of these because there was one. So it's the only one I've ever seen, and it was the baby blue color with the white. But this is cool.
Remember it. Yep. Well, man, that's it. Classic. I had no.
Oh, there's a Tony. Look, we're in the wild, and we found a Tony Carvalho.
Oh, hello.
This is the ice cream man.
Ice Cream Man.
Thought we'd hear the Ice Cream Man
Yes.
song before you got here.
It's a little warm out here. Did you bring ice cream?
It's melting
or
now.
just empty boxes?
So we kept it in the booth.
Just the empty boxes?
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
So you guys
Well,
probably
wait
saw
for
that
the
we
trail though in Easter Jeep.
Yeah, trail and Easter
did
Jeep.
the walk around on the ice cream machine, and we need to see it in action.
Yes.
Yes.
Easter Jeep Safari. Come check us out.
Easter Jeep Safari, which
Yeah.
will be after SEMA 2023.
Yes. Yes.
And so Tony Carvalho has known, he's been involved with Gone Jeepin' to some extent and said hi a few times.
oh yeah.
So Tony, just for the viewers who may or may not be watching, how long were you involved with Jeep in general? Wasn't it like at least 2 years, right?
2 years. It's 20 years as an engineer on Wrangler program.
And if I remember correctly, you were the kid, as a couple people told you,
That's
in
true.
the Lunatic Fringe.
That's true. The Lunatic Fringe is a club that's internal to Jeep, with a bunch of Jeep enthusiasts that are internal into Jeep, and they're engineers and mentors of mine.
Yep. And the very last one no longer works at Jeep.
Yes,
So the last one that was still employed at Jeep was Mark Allen.
that's correct.
And he's gone, so there's no more Lunatic Fringe members at Jeep.
There isn't.
But
it's retired.
You
and
can
moved on.
find Lunatic Fringe members out in the wild, especially at places like SEMA. And now you're with Steer Smarts,
Steer Smarts.
who makes the absolute best steering in the aftermarket if you have a Jeep.
I would agree, 100%.
I would agree 100%.
I would say that before Steer Smarts, and now I'm at Steer Smarts saying the same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal steering, made in the USA, forged ends,
Correct.
quarter-inch chromoly tubing.
Look, you
You
just
just
showed
can't
up.
hurt it.
It's
Oh,
again.
we
is
found a Rick
Mr.
Payway in the
Payway.
wild. Here, Rick, you can talk into the microphone.
Hi there. How are you guys? What are we looking at today?
Look at a
We
sport
were looking
wagon.
at-
When's the
Whoa.
last time you saw a sport wagon, Rick?
Well, that's a pretty cool sport wagon.
When's
I
the last
remember,
time you
but
saw one?
I don't know. Can't say I have.
I can't say I have either.
Can't say I have. I'm still looking for the chrome bumpers.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's amazing.
Yeah. I don't remember how many were made, but it was a very small number.
Probably limited market.
I'm a fan of
You know about a
wagons.
Stingray? They want.
I love wagons of all things.
All things.
All things?
All things.
Wagon. I love wagons.
Oh, of course.
Yes, they're just so
My
cool.
favorite wagon is my 71 Buick Estate wagon, 455 Buick.
You want to get rid of that?
You're kidding.
No
You still
more,
have
no.
that?
Why not?
I have the engine in my Jeep, 510 foot-pounds of torque and idle.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Pistons are that big.
Yeah.
Put it in first gear and just go tunk, 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 tunk. You don't stop it.
Too
No,
funny.
why would I want to get rid of that?
55. Yeah. and it's-
Or my two
So-
spares.
I don't
One
know.
thing back to Tony here. You were like involved with some of the early Jeep concept builds, right? Yeah.
I was, yes.
Wasn't your first personal one an XJ?
My first one was an XJ. Yes,
I remember it
yes.
well.
I don't remember the year though. I'm guessing
10.
10, 9,
I think
10?
it was 10.
Okay, maybe
I
it was
think.
10. I know you were
it
around
was
with me
red.
with that. What's that?
was
It was
red.
red. It was a red with a stroker.
And it had a 4.7 stroker.
It had 4.7 stroker on it. I actually built it in my house at that time.
Yep.
Because
Well, a lot of that was happening back then. Because remember, what was it? The Yellow Submarine or the Short Bus.
Yep.
Or Jim Rep's Cherokee Chief.
the Cherokee Chief.
That was done
Yeah.
at Luscombe's Customs.
That's right. Yes. Luscombe's.
So that wasn't done in house.
Yeah. No.
And I'm
Yeah.
trying to think, there was a couple other ones that were done out of the,
Yeah.
the building.
Blue Crush. Blue Crush was
Blue Crush was done out of the building.
the building. Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy.
Remember all those.
Yeah. Well, you were the photograph.
Yep.
You did the photos for all those.
You're like, tell me what it is. Oh, yeah, the red one.
So I think
Right.
I did show vehicles for several years. I think I'm guessing 2006 to 13.
Okay.
So around that time frame, I was building the show vehicles.
So you were involved with the 2006. So lower 40. You had to have been involved with. No, lower 40 was 2007.
Is that 7?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the first year.
I was not involved in those.
Oh, you
ones.
weren't?
Yeah. There's two.
New Kaiser?
Nope.
I'm just going to name off a few until we find one. Immortal.
That was me.
So I'm the one that put the motor in the Immortal.
Oh, you did?
Yep. At
No
AEV.
kidding. This
That-
whole time, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that was the very first 6.1 Hemi we ever did at AEV. And
That's-
I did it in that, and I drove it home, and on the way back, we lost a...
Mighty FC. You involved with that one?
The Mighty FC?
Oh, the Mighty FC. It was awesome.
So the Mighty FC, the only involvement that I had in that was part of the bed. So the bed on the Mighty FC, Oh no, that was the New Kaiser. I'm sorry, New Kaiser. The bet on the New Kaiser was an AEV.
We're
Brute
getting
bet.
old. It's hard to remember all these things.
Did you work on the 5-quarter 715 from like 3 years ago, a couple years ago?
No, I didn't get.
That
to.
was cool.
So
That was a really
I
cool.
liked that one a lot.
That was very cool.
No, so I got to tinker with a couple of them. Immortal, the Yellow Submarine, so the Cherokee Chief. I did an enormous amount of welding on that.
It's
cool.
was like a J10 back then, or the red J10.
Oh, the red J10.
Yeah,
That was so
yeah,
clean.
yes,
Yeah, the
very-
J8 stripper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. All those
Well,
were fun times. Fun
yeah,
times.
it was a blast. It was a blast. And I didn't work for Jeep.
Yeah.
I was just fortunate because I have a passion and I love them.
Yeah.
That the guys, because all the Lunatic Fringe guys I was friends with, so I got to go and tinker on some of those
Heck
things.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it was a blast. Even the Jeep that I brought, the 392 that's here today, I modeled the bumpers of that off of the ones that were on
But
the
you
lower
were kind of
40.
part of the Lunatic Fringe, even though you weren't in the company.
Yeah,
you
I'm
were
actually
engulfed into the
I'm
family.
an official Lunatic Fringe member.
Woo-hoo.
I have the hats,
Yeah.
I have the shirts,
Yeah.
I have the jackets.
See? Yeah.
And Phil Tony left me the trademark.
That is right. I remember that. That's
so
fantastic.
I technically have the trademark.
Heck yeah. That's great. Need to keep it
I
alive.
still have the shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually put it on before I came up here.
Oh, that's awesome.
And a couple years ago, I did a thing, and we changed the logo a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. It needed to be changed up a
when
little
we
bit.
brought the YJL, I
Okay.
actually had the logo changed.
Okay.
Because it's the Twisted Jeep.
Yep, that's right.
But I changed it to a YJ, and I put Phil Tony behind the driver's
Oh, that's the
seat.
best way. That's the best.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. I just find it funny that I was always the kid still. Like I'm 50 now and it was still the kid.
well, and I'm younger than you, but I didn't work there, so I didn't get to be the kid.
It's just Phil Tony called me the kid and then it just stuck.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was
Yep.
funny.
Phil's a great guy.
Yeah, it was a great
I
guy.
miss
Good
him
people.
dearly.
Great people. Yeah, amazing.
So-
Mentors.
But yeah, so this is the cool stuff that we get to do when we cruise around at SEMA.
And there's a Jeep.
We get to run into and meet, amazing people who did amazing things.
Oh, thank you. You
who-
too.
Us who are a little bit younger, 4 years, looked up to, right?
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
reason why we get into this. So hopefully anybody out there that's younger, anybody out there that has dreams and wants to build cool stuff,
Get after it.
You step up, you get after it, and you just keep doing it.
Heck
And
yeah.
always be proud of what you do and keep pushing forward so we can keep pushing forward, checking out more cars.
Let's do this.
All right.
Okay.